Here we have a 2014 on a 14 registration. ADL Enviro 200, 29 seat, PSVR compliant, single deck bus. So, what better way to see a bus that's just come straight off service? Because normally, when I do stuff for tirers, they do like to have a bit of time to present them, but we've had to do a bus swap to get this in, so literally it's had a 10 minutes flash over, but still looks great. And that's why we like selling tirer stuff. Obviously we're up in Lancashire, my home county, and yeah, as I was saying, we like selling tirer stuff because we know it's looked after inside, outside and up the skirt. Don't get me wrong, front wheel could do with a bit of a rattle can of paint. Okay, a bit of silver paint on that, but we've got wheel trims fitted, bodywork. Always look at the skirts on buses, skirt panels, because that's where they get walloped. However, one thing I did learn is that they're very easy and inexpensive to replace. So in fairness, my advice to anybody is just have some ready painted to swap on. A little bit of a scratch on back corner there, nothing major. Under the bonnet, Cummins ISB 4.5e engine. That's driven through an Allison fully automatic gearbox. It has had an exhaust upgrade to Euro 6. So this vehicle is Euro 6 compliant. Reverse cameras fitted, again, near side. Nothing to cause you any mither, is there? You know, they do really keep on top of stuff here. And it amazes me because of how big the fleet is and how varied it is, with obviously coaches, you've got double-decker buses, you've got service buses, but they all go out every day looking immaculate. LED destination displays, Mobitex on this one to front, side and rear. We've got a manual fold-out wheelchair ramp, and then as we jump on board, floor's just drying out from having a quick mop. 29 including tip-ups passenger seats. Again, standard stock interior for Enviros at this time. This blue and orange Chimera fan maquette, it is still available, so nothing really to worry about should you get any damage. Thing I like, you know, you get a lot of service buses and they've all had etches and that on the backs of the seats. You don't get that with tirers. You know, I mean, listen, there's a little bit of a fag burn or something there. Right. Do I remember she's 11 years old? But other than that, I can't really see any issues with the seats. We've got space for one wheelchair on the near side, which loses you 3 tip-ups. We've also got one seat there. Listen, I said that's a buggy space, but is it really? You know, there's not many buggies that'll fit in there these days. However, it's the thought that counts. We're also wired for CCTV. You know, this is the most popular size of Enviro, this little 8.9 metre, because it's nimble for country lanes, it's nimble for housing estates, can even do your rail replacement to all those train stations that nobody else can get to. You know, so lots of uses for a vehicle like this. Standard Enviro dash. We have got a radio CD player up there for keep the driver from getting bored. Standard Enviro dash, oddly showing 30,000 miles. However, I'm guessing it's probably had a new dash fitted and wasn't reprogrammed, but I'm going to check that out when I get up to the other depot where all the engineering records are, so we'll have a better idea there. There's all your seating capacities. I would love to see one of these with 63 passengers on. I would. I'd actually like to see it get up a hill with 63 passengers on. But listen, it's all to do with weight these days, not common sense. Anyway, one last look. Clean as a whistle, ready to go to work. So, to recap, Appropriate registration plate, surely, if you're wondering. It's a 2014 on a 14 registration, ADL Enviro 200, 29 seat, PSVR compliant, Euro 6 compliant single deck bus.